All right, well, welcome back to the iWealth podcast. We're having fun today with Shawn Pomeroy and JP Eykyn from the Waseca office. And I heard this analogy, so they haven't heard this yet. I heard this analogy the other day. Investing is like your health. You don't drink, get good sleep, and exercise, and you put the odds in your favor, but it's also not guaranteed. Like, we know of people that were marathon runners that all of a sudden tip over and die at 50, right? It's not like a guarantee. But you can tip the odds. Like, we're all former athletes. I think we try to eat right, sleep right. You know, I might have a glass of wine too much once in a while. But how does that relate back to investing? Like, JP, when I read that to you, because I am setting you up, like, what came into your mind when like, you don't drink, get good sleep, and exercise, put the odds in your favor, but not guaranteed? How's that? What was the analogy like?
The analogy to me rings with, if I just put into my 401k and don't do anything, look at it, consult someone, update anything on it, am I really setting myself up for success sometime down the line where I want to retire off of this, or something happens to me? Am I setting up, the next generation for success if something happens to me? Versus I might get lucky and I might have done the right thing and eventually it gets me there. But it, kind of relates to that health analogy where you might get unlucky,
right?
Where vice versa, you might get lucky by doing that. But you really have to, analyze it, get good advice from someone you trust. That would be one way to set yourself up for success in investing, to review it on some sort of regular basis. That'd be, not drinking wine. Don't drink wine on a regular basis.
Don't
too
say
much.
Don't drink wine.
Yeah. One a day, right?
I thought it was every day.
Shawn, what popped in your head when I brought that analogy up?
I think it's like everything. I think that we can. I can get to a place on time by speeding, right, and taking a risk of getting pulled over while I'm on my way there, or I can leave on time, or I can leave early and have no stress while I'm going. It's that same kind of thing with our health. We put in that little bit of extra effort. 5 minutes a day is better than no minutes a day. 20 minutes is probably better than 5. What's one of the things? If you stop smoking today, it doesn't matter whether you smoked for 50 years, that's still incredibly helpful to your health instead of going one more day of smoking.
Right. So JP brought it back to, his analogy of the 401k. Like when it comes to finances, what should some clients maybe be considering to not party all the time with their health, but what would be a good financial kind of checkup for them? What are some things that they should be considering, Shawn?
Yeah, I would say looking and being realistic about your goals and your time frames. Maybe pick the biggest thing, which is probably going to be retirement for a lot of folks. Have they thought about it? Have they thought about when that might be? Now we can back that up, and we can start to be proactive about, are we on track or not on track? Some people will just walk in and they're like, I'm 40 years old. This is a lot of 401k people ask this, am I on track? I don't know. You got an hour? I can't answer that until we've had a discussion about what some of their goals are and what they've done in the past.
It is true, JP. Like, someone will slide a 401k statement and it's got 488,000 in it and say, how am I doing? Like, I'm 48 years old, I got 488 in it. Like, am I on track or not on track? And they want to always measure to that big lump sum. But there's more
measure
to
to somebody. They kind of want to know whether they're better than somebody else. Have I done better than everybody else?
With the health thing, if you don't work at it, you're probably not going to get great results. If you set and forget your 401k, you might get some growth, but you're going to miss out on, have I written down my budget ever? Or have I, tracked what I want to retire in Florida? If you haven't thought about those things and you just slide that 401k across the table, you've set and forget your retirement plan. You just how does that 488, transition into the I want to live in Florida during retirement, or this is my budget.
Right. And what if the 401k is all investing in a money market for 30 years because you put it in there and never looked at it, and you knew you should save, but you didn't get any growth on it, you know.
Or company stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, did they put it all in that one company stock? And
Right.
just because it's in the 401k, it's not magically diversified.
Right. You know, the reason I put that on my list is because the first thing that popped into my head, you guys know this about me, but I used to be 100 pounds heavier. And when I was 100 pounds heavier, when I looked at my health, it wasn't very good. I wasn't exercising. I was eating the wrong things, you know. And so I think it's discipline. When I look at health back to finances, it's discipline on putting away 10% of your money into your 401k plan, rebalancing your account, making sure you have life insurance and college funds and funding your goals and things like that. So, it wasn't a quick fix for me either. It was change of lifestyle. But maybe you need to do that financially. Maybe you need to change your lifestyle financially and start paying more attention and hire a professional to help take care of those things instead of just winging it, you know. So
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be changing the funds in your lineup all the time. We're not trying to look at what did great last year.
Sure.
And now I'm going to put that in next year because I'm probably going to be sadly disappointed.
Yeah.
But it is about looking at it and saying, should I increase this by 1%? I just got my bonus.
Yeah.
Should I let that go into the 401k? Should I, this last time the person told me about Roth. Should I be doing that? Question it, Ask yourself, am I taking advantage of this? Maybe there's people that are just in the fixed bucket in their 401k. They're behind inflation. They're losing money.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it. You got to take a peek.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, thanks for playing along with my stupid analogy that I brought up today. And thanks for tuning in to iWealth Podcast. Make sure you like us on whatever social media channel you're on, and have a great day.